What's up guys, it's me Zero Kitsune, and today I'm going to answer a question that I probably should have answered several weeks ago. Is Rance 6 better than Sengoku Rance? And the short answer is no. Now, to elaborate on that, because a simple yes or no is always not the way these YouTube videos go, I want to point first of all to the thing that Rance 6 does do better than Sengoku, which is the story. Now, I'm not saying Sengoku Rance's story is not good. I think it's an amazing story. But Rance 6 is an example of quality over quantity, where it is a self-contained story in one nation, while Sengoku spans the entirety of Japan, telling a lot of smaller stories, sometimes all at the same time, which can create a more cohesive world, but not as good of a plain old narrative. A beginning, middle, end, 3-act structure, which they both have, but Rance 6 does so much better. Its characters are far more memorable, while Sengoku's characters were far more numerable. If that is a word, I might have made that up. But you get my point, because in Rance 6 you had character arcs that steadily evolved, while in Sengoku you had characters who were kinda compressed into the relationship system, where it went from hate to I don't care about you to like to love. There were basically 4 dialogue points in that game that basically gave you your entire character, and then the occasional comment or statement in another scene that didn't actually happen that often. While in Rance 6, you had the characters commenting frequently, multiple characters on the same stage. All characters had a beginning, middle, end to their own little story inside the bigger narrative, while still just being in the nation of Zeep. So that is where Rance 6 did better than Sengoku. But here's the problem. Gameplay. By gameplay standards, Sengoku Rance is leagues above Rance 6. And to Rance 6's credit, it is a good RPG, but Sengoku is a good game. It is trying to take on a different genre with RPG elements. It's trying to take on the tactics and strategy game, which lends itself to better gameplay, better replayability, and a lot of other smaller things. With the free-for-all mode, I can actually take Sengoku Rance out into public, just sitting at a library or something, and still get my fill-in of the tactical battle system. Rance 6 cannot say that, because at the end of the day, while Rance 6's battle system was functional, it wasn't that deep. While in Sengoku you had multiple class structures of varying ways to level them up, and you didn't actually have to take the blueprinted carbon copy build for every character. You could take a character like Ranmaru and structure her from a bruiser who can take a little bit of damage, to a glass cannon who just wants to deal as much damage as possible, to a capture unit who specializes at taking other units from the enemy team. You could do a lot with that structure, and in Rance 6 it actually did boil down to, okay, we have this one tank, build him completely tanky and just let him take all the damage, and everyone else stack as much damage as possible, and maybe a third unit that stuns the enemy as much as possible, which actually creates a kind of a hole in the gameplay where if you do this, the game's kind of busted and enemies are more luck based than skill based. And while it may seem like I'm being a little bit biased towards Sengoku because it's a game that I personally love a lot, that is also because of the lore attached to Sengoku and how much it contributes to the series. But in that area, Rance 6 actually does it better, because in the Rance series there are actually 2 canonical timelines. The timeline of the original games that Alsoft made, and then a kind of revamped timeline that Alsoft later did, and that's really where the Rance you know and love comes from. The original Rance was a little bit more callous, a little bit more brutal, and I know some characters like that, but I do like the more lovable asshole Rance from the newer timeline, and Rance 6 is the beginning of that. So let's not get it twisted. Sengoku Rance is an outlier to the other Rance games. While they're all good, Sengoku is to a whole nother level to all the titles, and from the titles that I've actually played, I don't see them topping them. Maybe Rance Quest or the last Rance title, maybe those games will top Sengoku by actually taking portions from Sengoku and adapting them to its gameplay. I don't know. I've avoided any knowledge about Rance Quest because I'm hoping it shows up 2017, 2018, 2019, sometime in the future. And I don't know anything about the Rance game in development except generally what kind of story is going to be around it. So that really is my opinion on which game is better. It has to be Sengoku due to the replayability and the gameplay, which are the most important things in my opinion to a video game. Yes, the story of Rance 6 is better. There's no way around that. But again, to me, gameplay is king. I can play Sengoku Rance once a year, every year, and either find something new that I didn't know before or just have a good fun time. I can't say the same about Rance 6. Maybe I'll go back to it to see a scene or two that were my favorites, but aside from that, it is a game that will sit on my shelf in a proud spot, just kind of shining and saying I'm better than you to most of the other games in it, but again, just sitting there. I probably won't pick it up again to do a full playthrough again. It's just how RPGs work with me. But that is my opinion. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Maybe you think Rance 6 is far better than Sengoku Rance. I would love to know why. But with that, I'll see you next time.